Silhouette, anyone? This is a quick tutorial on making a silhouette stencil. I'm using index dividers from the Dollar Tree. It's a thin plastic, really easy to cut with an X-Acto knife or a cutting machine. I'm using my one of my Dancing Lady stamps to do this silhouette stencil with. I could stamp it down onto the plastic and trace over it, but it's really easy to show you doing it this way first. So I stamped her down. I'm just going to tape the cardstock down and tape the plastic over the cardstock, and then just trace the outline. Now remember, with the silhouette, it's just the outline of the shape, so there's really no details in this process. And that's it. Like I said, you're just tracing the outline. Now I'm just going to cut it away from the plastic and save the rest of that and make another stencil or a silhouette stencil from that little piece that's left. Now when you do this, I want you to tape the stencil down a lot better than what I've done, or if you have an old Cricut mat that's still kind of sticky, I would do it on that and cut away your stencil. Because this plastic is kind of thin, you want to put your finger over the area. I don't know if you see me just do that. Put your finger over the area where you just cut, just to kind of keep that plastic in place. You could use a thicker piece of plastic if you wanted to, but this is really easy to cut through, so there's no sense in fighting with a harder piece of plastic. Unless you just want a sturdier stencil. But to correct that, the sturdiness, I'm going to do that right now with this piece of cardstock. I'm just going to tape it down on the cardstock and cut around it. And the reason why I'm doing that, if I was to use the stencil the way that it is right now, I would have a lot of overspray, and then I'd have that rectangle shape on my project, and I don't want that. So I'm going to, I've cut it away, and now I'm going to put the stencil right back in the center. And then I'm just going to tape this stencil onto the paper so that the entire paper now is my stencil with the protector borders. That's a good name for them, protector borders. I think I'm gonna use that from now on. Stencil with protector borders. Now I don't think I really have to tape the back of this stencil like I did the front, but I'm doing it anyway, just for some overkill. And plus I don't want the chance of any ink seeping through the tape on the other side. Now if you're doing a body, make sure that the body that the arms are away from the body and that the legs are away from the body, so that the shape is more defined. As you can see, for the arms in the silhouette, it just looks like I'm wearing a cape or something. You don't really know what I'm doing there, so just be conscious of that. So now let's just test this stencil out, see what it looks like. Not too shabby. And then you have ink on that side. Just turn it over for for a different look. Don't waste that ink. Now with the silhouette, again, just testing it out. Now there is ink on top of the silhouette. Again, just turn that over and get that ink off. Notice how I'm swiping on the edges to get these trails. It kind of looks like she's flying a little bit. So back to my shape here. Like I said, it looks like I'm wearing a cape or something. So there's nothing that's really defining my arms. But in the mask, you can see that there's holes and the arms are really defined. So what you can do is, yeah, definitely get the ink off of there first and make another silhouette. And place this mask over top of that silhouette image and just define those armholes, so it does look, so you can see the space there. So it does look like I've got my arms on my hips. Trying to be a little sassy. I think the silhouettes are, well, it is kind of all the rage right now, but I think they also can make a really great statement in your art journaling. You can doodle on these, stamp in these stencils, and um, I just think I think they're a lot of fun to play with. Now I'm just wiping the ink off and moving it into to the side inside of the stencil for a whole nother look. And then I just want to define those arms again. And when you're done, you know, you can just cut these out, cut your samples out, and like I said, put them in your art journal or not. But anyway, I hope that you try this. This is a really fun and quick stencil idea for some silhouettes. And I want to show you, what else am I showing you here? Oh, I thought there was another stencil coming up. But anyway, here's some examples of some of the what I did with these stencils. Thanks for watching.